Hey guys, listen, I got a little tech video for you this morning. A little bit about some tools and a little shortcut I found. We have a Suburban here, and we had painted the whole body, bodywork's all finished. Decided later on that they wanted to raptor line the frame and the bottom of the body. Well, the bottom of the body in this particular case is covered with asphalt and red clay. And when you got a customer that's paying time and materials, you look out for them. So we're trying to find the fastest way to get the bottom of this cleaned. Typically we would use a wire wheel on a grinder or something of that nature if you can't use the sandblaster. So I came across a little something that I want to share with you. Now, I was going to go to Harbor Freight just for a quick cheap tool and pick up a scraper. Well, I found the old needle scraper, and it worked okay on some of the heavy stuff, but it doesn't really get the flat area. Now, they do sell a blade scraper, but they were out of them. Well, there wasn't one 200 miles. Everybody was out of them. And I mean, the bottom of this car had a lot of heavy asphalt on it, so it would have been quite a job to do by hand. So I happened to use their air saw, little Chief air saw. So what I did was I took a Sawzall blade. Now the blade that actually fits in the air saw is like this. So if you take a wide Milwaukee Torch wide blade, you can see that area is the same width. Now you have to cut up on either side to give it a little bit of a shank. And then you cut it off and sharpen the edge. I'm going to tell you, this makes one hell of a little scraper. It did a fantastic job scraping the bottom of this thing. Now, just so I can show you real quick how it works. And I'll kind of share some of the advantages to doing it this way, but it just, such a short stroke, it's almost like a vibration. Works fantastic. Can't say enough about it. I probably will never buy their scraper just simply for the fact that this works so well. Now, one of the cool things about it is if you cut it, you leave the saw blade, the saw teeth on the side. So if you get under there in an area, you know, and you want to get inside and just kind of use the teeth to clean it, it works great. That is an absolutely fantastic little scraper. While we're at it, I'll talk to you about Chief brand tools. Now, in the 40 years that I've done this, I've used about every air tool possible. I'm going to tell you, Harbor Freight's always known for their cheap tools, and they do have some cheap stuff, you know. This particular line that they just came out with recently, a Chief, is probably one of the best air tools I've ever used, bar none. I don't care if it's Snap-on, Blue Point, Matco, they're all good, they're all great, but they are extremely expensive. This tool is about a quarter of the cost of those few that I named. And the quality of them, top notch. I can't say enough. I mean, they have a little bit of everything. I mean, here's a long reach die grinder, long reach cutoff wheel. And I mean, look at it. That is a high quality tool. And I'm gonna tell you around here, we use and abuse tools. They don't just sit in the corner to look pretty. We use them. And they got an air chisel. Most aftermarket junk air chisels are horrible. This thing will shear right through a heavy rivet, whatever you got. Amazing how well their tools are. So primarily I wanted to show you the scraper. The scraper's awesome. But if you're looking for a relatively cheap priced tool that is top quality, look at the Chief at Harbor Freight. But again, the little air scraper, fantastic little tool. I hope that's a neat little tip that you guys can use. I know there's a lot of people on here that are do-it-yourselfers. So anytime we get an opportunity to show a tip or a trick, we try to do that. And if you like the content on here, please be sure you like and subscribe. Have a good day.